breathless till other voices drown. The wind backing down. Oh, our time is now. Don't wanna keep the light. Don't wanna feel the fire. Tell me what to do. Hey, hey. Listen in the mind. It's leading me for life. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Don't wanna just a liar. Don't wanna feed the fire. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. What to do.
It's not worth a lot 'cause the deal's been shot, but I can't let it go. It's caught in a head, it plays over and over and over again. So what do we do it for? For the for the calls for the calls for the riches in the calls for the riches in the calls for the riches in the for the riches in the calls for the riches in the calls for the riches in the they pass may claim that it's all for naught, that there is no gain. Well, they rake in your fame and the greenback babes that a headline brings. 'Cause even kings gotta eat, even kings gotta dream. Gotta tap these waters before we head downstream. The piper's hanging from the sycamore tree, but the dream keep on, keep on, keep on. For the calls for the calls for the riches in the calls for the riches in the calls for the riches in the for the riches in the calls for the riches in the calls for the riches in the
Alrighty, folks, we are live. I think you can hear Carlos. You can probably hear him twice.
Probably.
Yeah, that's the case. I apologize. Still at night, not quite got the shop set up. But yes,
Yep.
Mr. Great, they are UV printed. How did you not know that, Carlos?
I wasn't sure.
What do you mean?
I
You've
wasn't
seen how many
100%.
posts and how many times have I told you about this?
This is a good point. This is a very good point.
Okay, so tonight we are not sure if I'm gonna leave the panels installed just because this last coat of clear that I put on it didn't quite dry as nicely as I liked it to. So we'll see if I like it once it's on the case. But I think that's what we'll start with tonight. I also have this pump, and you may wonder why it looks slightly not usable. That's because we're going to sleeve it tonight, and I cut it to the proper length that it's supposed to be. You can also check out this graphics card. However, I did not get time to clean out the block yet, so that won't be a permanent install anyways. And on top of that conundrum, the other radiator that I have, I got these cool barrel ones. I actually really like these with like the metal sides. They're really nice, pretty well made. The radiator itself though, with the acrylic thing, they have these little standoffs in there. When I went to adjust one of these, it just pulled the standoff right out. So radiator down. I tried fixing it, but I could not get it to work. So
It happens.
yeah, I'm gonna buy a new one when I'm down there this next week. I'll probably need a few more parts, which is kind of like what I said. We're just gonna, it'll kind of be a test assembly, more or less. I was also supposed to get another. I was excited to show you guys this, although there is a video. Carlos could probably find it on like how to make your own sleeve cables. And what happened is this one isn't quite long enough to make it sleeve. It looks like it's really close, and that it is, but close doesn't quite count. So yeah, I ordered. We sell just the pinned and sleeve cables, so these exact sleeve cables. So I just ordered longer ones of those, and I was going to show you guys just taking this cable apart and putting connectors on the other sleeve cables. It's really easy to do it for. I know EVJ is known for really simple patterns, but if you notice, you can do that with any cable that's just a straight one-to-one. Otherwise, like there is the 24 pin where you have spliced wires that you can't just use those cables that we sell for. But that would have been fun to show you guys tonight, but it didn't show up in time, so that's real sad too. You know, just a whole week of disappointment here on this build. At the beginning of the week, I expected to finish it with you guys tonight. Now we're way off, so let's get what we can done, and we'll see what happens. It's been a while since this case has been together, so I'm not even. You guys are gonna kind of come along for the ride of remembering how to put it back together. If this case does, if you buy it from Singularity, it will come fully assembled, so it's kind of nice. I gotta find good places for these because they're still. I mean, they're dry, but they're not quite to the point where I want to like set them on hard stuff. So let me get these panels situated. We're going to start with that one on the front. I think we're going to try to figure out how the LED strip goes in. Because this does come with an instruction booklet. However, it is useful, but it's still vague. So there's that.
Oh boy, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time tonight. So I think we can start with this panel here, though. I wonder how well you guys can see this. There we go. Maybe I should back y'all up a little bit. A little close to me here. There we go. That's a little better. So yeah, this bad boy just goes right on here. However, I believe at the same, yeah, we can get this panel on, and then we're gonna do the strip, the LED strip. So
yeah,
let's get out the proper parts. You let me know if people ask questions, Carlos. Although, like I said,
yeah, I have it up.
I don't have too many answers tonight because I haven't worked with this case enough yet. But like I said, it's kind of why we're doing this. I'm excited to start to actually get this build put together. Garrett did do a fantastic job on these panels.
Yeah,
Oh,
they look really good.
I wonder. I'm gonna grab these gloves. Are stupid, but I can't find my rubber gloves. And these gloves work better when you're handling like it's almost tacky paint, but it's like I used the heat gun on it even before we started just to get it that much more dry. But I think these three panels I've sanded and clear coated them so many times this past week it's not even funny. But these gloves are smarter than me. But I think if I wear these gloves, it will help. Okay, screw it. I'm gonna put them on inside out, and y'all can make fun of me for my inside out gloves. But I seriously don't have time for this.
Like, gloves for the win.
Yeah, these gloves. I don't know. They just like appeared in my garage. I have no idea where they came from. But they're like the perfect gloves for handling nice things that you don't want to scuff up.
Are they like cloth?
Yeah, they're like really thin cloth. They're like see-through almost too.
They
Gosh,
could.
they really suck though. They go inside out, and there's no hope.
Is it similar to like the gloves that come with like tubing kits?
Yeah, like almost like that. Yeah, except for those are supposed to be like heat resistant, but I don't think they are either. These definitely would not be.
No.
Okay, now that I'm properly gloved, let's assemble this. Yeah, these things are goofy as all heck. So at least now we won't ruin these panels any more than they're already ruined. Oh, this is not right. There it is. Come on, buddy. There's your home.
I feel like I'm watching like some like auction
An auction, yeah, right, with these stupid
with the
gloves.
white gloves and all.
They're so dumb. Yeah, there's just like this panel actually turned out pretty good, but there's still just the slightest amount of orange peel, so I don't know. Probably gonna redo it when I get back, but if you guys didn't know, I'm gonna be headed down to Florida tomorrow, so you guys will see some content from down there again. But this build will obviously be on hold for a week. When I get back, though, we said I'll bring back the last of the parts, and we should be able to finish this build up. But yeah, I suppose I could put this top panel on now as well while we're here. Looks alright, but yeah, it's just really not up to my standards
Oh
for
boy.
clear coat paint. You can just see that orange peel though. In the right light, you can really see the orange peel.
It doesn't look
And
that bad
actually,
on
one
camera.
side, it's hard because they're double-sided panels, and then the other challenge was the fact that if you see the UV printed stuff we have, it is really nice, and Garrett gets a nice clear coat on it. However, it's not like a super high gloss clear coat, and that's kind of what I was after, and like especially with this pattern, this paint or this UV printed pattern, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
On here, it's got like such fine lines, and it's all just gradients. So I kind of wanted it to pop out more, and the gloss really helps with that. If you guys are in the group and saw any of the pictures in the group, I like showed a side by side of the flat panel versus the gloss panel, and without orange peel, it looks really good. But like, yeah, this top panel is definitely not up to my standards.
Someone in the chat was saying the only thing about the case that got me worried is having to take the case apart if you need to clean the inside.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that is definitely a factor with both of Singularity Computer's cases, the Wraith and the Spectre. Just because, yeah, the chassis itself, or the main part of it, is the case. So, if you were to have like a catastrophic failure with your coolant, where it clogged everything up and got all gunky. Yeah, you'd be in for a couple days work probably. But for me, and I have a Spectre as well, and you guys can see some of the work done on that. I'm still not even done with that build. It's funny, I got the Wraith after the Spectre, but I think I'll finish the Wraith build before the Spectre build. However,
Very sad.
I'm just gonna leave these slightly loose. I don't know, just to tighten them up perfectly. Now this is looking more like a chassis.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
So, yeah, I guess maybe I shouldn't have put this top one on quite yet, but we'll just leave it there. And I think we'll work on this LED strip, and it comes with a perfectly like pinned out Vandal switch, which is nice for your power button. It's a Vandal style switch, I guess you should call it. I think it's RGB as well, because it's got
Oh, that's
all
pretty
these,
neat.
and it's got a bunch of different plugs, so I'll have to figure out where to route that eventually. And technically, we wouldn't have to install this tonight, but I think it'll look nice.
Oh yeah. It'll just add to the look.
And then we're going to try to figure out this LED strip, because the LED strip is kind of challenging, it seems. It's going to be, like, packed in there. So this is technically the old Wraith, but the new Wraith is available on our site. And they're essentially the same, he just made it compatible with GTX motherboards, I believe, is what it is.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why, but all of a sudden GTX motherboards are popular. So
Thing. Alrighty then.
I don't think mine's compatible with GTX. So I wonder which way was it. Oh, I see it. It will go. I can actually like send it straight to here. So I don't like that too much. We'll see how nicely I can route that in the end. Next up is the LED strip. So it does come with this handy dandy manual. And I think he's improved it. This is pretty old. This is revision 1.82 if you guys have one. So this is probably an old manual. But it shows how to do the LED strip. Which
So
is
we got
like,
another question in the chat, or
what's the
kind of a
question?
question. BT G-Tech says, I don't mean to self-promote, but do you guys want to do a collab?
Somebody asked to do a collab? If they want,
Yeah,
you can always send us an email for stuff like that, dude. The email's
yeah.
in the description, so. What
Feel
is
free
going
to
on
reach
here?
out.
Oh, wow. You have to. That's intriguing. I knew this would be a little bit of a puzzle. So it appears that, like, it doesn't say that in the instructions, but you can't get these connectors through, especially the 4-pin one. You can't get it through. So I'm going to have to take this pin off.
Goofy.
I had a feeling it would be somewhat like this, where you put something on and you take like 3 more things off to put one thing back on. We'll be at this for a little while, folks.
Yeah, I went through that a few weeks ago.
With your build,
Yeah, it was a little
it's always
annoying.
fun. Well, there we go. You got enough room now, I think. So these things are both the exact same length, so it kind of makes it challenging.
Makes it a little easier.
Well, no, it's kind of a challenge to get them both through at the same time. There we go. So now we've got our LED strip through ish. Now let's go to the how to conceal it. So this is a Singularity Computers RGB strip. It doesn't come with the case, I don't believe. Maybe it does, I don't know. Daniel's just sent me a few over the years. But it's their standard RGB strip, so I think it should work. Oh, unless only LED strips the following dimensions. I don't know. He's updating these LED strips too. This may be like the old style, which
Oh jeez.
I don't know if it'll actually work now that I'm looking at it because it's got quite a bit of heat shrink down here at the bottom. I don't know. We'll find out, folks. We've got this. This is what it like diffuses essentially. So let's figure out how to. Oh, yeah. Oh, sure.
Like that is wow.
So, oh boy, this is going to be a challenge. I'm not sure if it's actually going to work, but we're going to try. And of course, I don't quite recall which screws it's going to take, but we're going to make a guess.
Yeah.
What is these bigger ones?
The strip doesn't come included with the rate.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it does. And it might require
Yeah.
like the flexible one that he sells now, but we're going to try the solid one. Right.
It's funny to say that which one he actually need, which one you would need for this.
Oh, it's the one. Maybe the long M3s. Is it going to take 3 fasteners marked in the diagram below? The 3 fasteners. What does that mean? These holes.
You got this, Matt.
Yeah, I know. Maybe. So, okay, I think it's me. That one. Where's my other? There it is. I gotta do this all one-handed. This is a challenge. I knew this was gonna be challenging. But like,
Yeah,
though,
I'm
this
gonna watch
thing, this
this
front
later.
panel is just gonna blow apart on me. And I've got it lined up. Then we've got the added challenge of these gloves.
Sounds like you're just having a struggle over there.
I am. I really need a shop hand. What I need. So let's
A
see.
shop hand.
Yeah, I need a shop hand.
Go ahead,
That's
keep me
not how
warm.
that works. How does this go together? Oh, that one does work if you just line it up right. So it is the M4. I was gonna say there's no way it's the M3. Okay. Now we got the right screws figured out. We got one in. See if we can get the box. I think this one's gonna be a struggle. Well, it is sucking right down. Apparently it fits.
Nice.
So you can use the standard hard strip that Daniel sells. I don't know if he still sells it though actually. I have a feeling though if you got the flexi strip it'll work a lot better. Yeah, there we go. If I had it plugged in and everything, this would light up all nicely. So LED strip installed, not as hard as we thought it'd be. Oh wow, that's really cool. I didn't notice that. So if you guys look, Garrett actually lined up this image on the front for both pieces. So the pattern, I'm glad he did that. Nice work, Garrett. If you're watching, thanks, Garrett. That's real
That
good.
does actually look really good.
Yeah, it looks really nice when it's all. If it wasn't lined up, I think it looked like trash, to be honest. So it's a good thing he thought about it. I didn't even think about it. So that does look really nice. I like it. I think the front panel actually might be the one that I leave because the finish, I think I got it pretty good. The top and the back, probably gonna have to go back to the cutting board. But should we see what we could? I think we could sleeve the pump if you guys want. You guys want to see how I sleeve a pump, or I can line up the GPU and see how that's gonna fit. I do have a pump sleeving video, just by the way. I think I have a few actually, at least two. So
Yeah,
maybe
no,
we'll line up
I
the
did.
GPU. We'll get this back panel on, so you guys kind of get an idea of what the whole thing looks like put together ish. Um, we can also contemplate installing the front rad. I think we can do that since I did say that I was going to leave that front panel more than likely, because I am pretty happy with it. I think both sides are good. So we can install the front rad. It looks like he wants it ports down because there's two ports down here. So it's going to have to go in there somewhere around there. I'm going to have to figure that out. That's going to be a challenge right there. So that's the whole thing. I know for a fact, no matter what, we're going to be putting these parts in multiple times. Because, yeah, like I said, we got to figure out how to get the ports lined up. All these cables, so these are like RGB fans. So then you have twice the cables, of course. You got that cable. Got to figure out where all the cables got to go. Super limited number of ports on the board. So you really, there's a lot of figuring to do. But let's keep putting it together. And we'll see how much we can get figured out together tonight. So,
How's it going?
actually, I do have a question for you folks. Do you think I should leave this? Should I remove this 4-pin RGB strip in the block? This is an older board and block. Everything else is DRGB. Oh, wait, actually, I may switch that front strip because I don't think that I should get a DRGB front strip because the fans are DRGB.
Yeah.
The board has one DRGB header, and I'm thinking about just ditching the motherboard block strip.
Is it
Unless,
just regular
actually, I
RGB?
could switch this to a DRGB strip as well. So maybe that's what I'll do. Write that down, Carlos. We're going to get a DRGB strip for the front, a little DRGB strip for the block, and then, yeah, switch it all to DRGB. So I only have one DRGB header, and that's it. And the saddest thing, though, guys, this thing has two fan headers. Can you believe that? Two. Actually, is that a 4-pin RGB? I'm going to have to look at the manual. I do see the 3-pin, but there may be a 4-pin, or it's just one of those like essentially plug-in things that nobody uses.
Well, if that block is for that board, wouldn't it have?
Yeah, actually, you're right, dude. The block is for that board. So yeah, I'm betting you that 4-pin right there. If I had like laser vision, I could read the writing on that board, but I can't. So I'm wondering, yeah, and then see, look at that. It even does because it's right over here. So I'm betting you this is the 4-pin, but that means so I can run it. Still, that's really lame. I mean, I'm not the type that does the ARGB fanciness. I just set it one color and go. It'll probably just be white, to be honest. Just do all white.
Yeah, but it'd still be nice to be able to control.
Yeah, so I guess what I'll do is just get a two-way splitter for the 4-pin RGB so I can split the front strip and this guy off the RGB header. And then I'm going to have to figure out a way. The nice thing, these are these fractal fans. I don't know if anybody's used them. The fractal Prisma AL12.
Prisma fan.
Yeah, they're DRGB, but they daisy chain. Not like a Liam Lee cool thing does these days, but these daisy chain for their RGB. So they're kind of nice. I got them a long time ago. I have two more that we'll put on the top radiator. So yeah, let's test out this GPU in the back panel.
You should just put some Lee fans on there.
So we have to install the. We never have them in stock. Y'all buy them so dang fast. I can't buy them. I can't buy them. I'd consider it for my own rig, but well, I guess this is my rig too. But anyways.
Good job.
Well, oh, so that's the outside. This is the inside. This one might actually. Oh, what happened there? That's really obnoxious. This panel might come back out too. Something happened. Okay. So this panel is interesting because you notice the PSU, it's like in the middle and it's adorable. However, it makes it tough to use the wall adapter. So he gives you this thing, this little cord that you route over, and then it's like a panel mount. So we've got to mount it to the panel. So let's figure out how to do this in a way where we don't scratch
Someone
this
said,
panel
so
up.
what you're saying is you have Liam Lee fans in stock?
I don't think we do.
No, we don't.
That's what I was gonna say. You should know, Carlito.
No. I know there's some on the way, but we have no idea when they're getting here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, they're on the way then.
Yeah,
Best we
that's
can
about
do.
as much as we know.
Okay. So we just. Oh, that's what I think these screws are for. So let's try
Yeah,
these.
it's one of the Wraith cases.
Oh, I really need to ditch these gloves. Let's get this last panel on so I can ditch these stupid gloves. They suck, especially when they're inside out. It makes it so I can't like do anything with these stupid little screws. It sucks. Wait, this way. I almost did it backwards.
Oh, thanks for the close up
Don't
on your
do
face.
it backwards. So the case, like I said, the case does come assembled though, and I think someone talked about it before. How like if you had an issue with coolant, you'd have to like take apart the whole thing, which is correct. However, as I was saying, in my Spectre, I've been running just Mayhem's plain distilled water, or no, just plain distilled water with Mayhem's additives, and that seems to work really well. I can't. I might have to lose one glove. This is so hard.
All I can say, Byron, is just keep checking the site. Every day. The stock changes every day.
Yeah, we get stuff in all the time, and sometimes never in time.
That's what we try to do. Show you guys amazing stuff every time we go live.
I'm trying to figure it out. Which screws actually are for the PSU? Oh, does it use the little nuts? Oh, that's just gonna be really challenging. It's just like through bolted on here. I knew it. Son of a.
Oh, that's an idea.
What?
Someone said to use some of the new Mayhem's coolant, the
Yeah,
nanotech coolant.
I probably would in this build. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
that'd
see
be
why
kind of
not.
cool to check out.
This is not an easy install.
Not a problem, Byron. Thank you for placing the orders.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to lose the other. We're losing the other glove, folks.
Oh
Hopefully,
boy, gloves coming off.
yeah, gloves are coming out. Hopefully, I don't mess up the panel too much. There's like no good way to do this. I suppose if you had you should do it without the cable installed in the case. You know, like really good, but still. Oh, actually, oh, maybe it has it. Maybe it comes installed as this one. I forget. It's been so long. You guys can check out the first video we had on this. It was probably a few months ago now. However, it is up there, and once we're done with this video and everything, I will add it to the playlist.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll. Probably not a recommended video right now for you to watch. But that's not my fault.
That's totally your fault, Matt.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's been a while since I've done an ITX build, and the last one was also very challenging. I don't know, did I do a video on that one? Hank's little evolve build thing?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. It was, yeah, it was just a build for Hank, but that one was a challenge, that's for sure.
Well, that would have been a cool video.
It was tiny. I had to rebuild that whole case. That's why I'm excited about this ITX water cooled build. Because I water cooled an Evolve ITX build, and Although the regular Evolve can kind of be water cooled in to a pretty decent extent, the Evolve ITX is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, I tried doing a water cooled build in the
It is actually really similar to what this build is going to end up being because I rebuilt that entire chassis, and in doing so, it allowed it to fit two 240 radiators in there.
Wow.
And everything, but
Nice.
this thing just fits two 240 stock because it's a beast.
I mean, to be fair, it is a pretty large ITX case.
It's not a. I just mean it's a nice case. It's not big.
Yeah, no, true.
It's honestly the same size as an Evolve ATX or ITX. I think if you looked up the specs and probably really close.
I'm curious now.
We almost have all the panels back on, folks. Who'd ever thought you would see the day? Matt actually makes progress on the build. So he starts. Oh, that's really lame.
What happened?
I wonder where that is. I think I'm missing the IO scope for this. If I am, that's gonna make me really sad because this is supposed to be like a living room PC build. So I would like the nice looking parts on this.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Oh wait, this is not the right screw.
Oh, geez. Come on, Matt, get it good.
I know. It's the last one actually. So I did use the right screws in the right places. Amazing. Wow.
Yeah, for those of you that built PCs in the past, you know how much that is trouble.
Right?
I'm looking at the specs for. Oh wow, yeah, you're right. That's pretty much the same size.
I was gonna say they seem really close. It's been a little while since I worked on that Evolve build, but
The
seems,
Evolve is
seems pretty
170 by
similar.
470 by 274.
So
Wraith is 407 by 407 by 170.
with the stupid of yeah. And now, where did that one piece go? Right here. So it gives you this thing will do bad. Whatever it is.
Nice.
I don't know what this thing is, but then we gotta take these little piece out. Yeah, there we go. Oh, is that how this is gonna go? So we're gonna have to take these. That's gonna be hard. Wow.
What?
Oh no, I see. It's not gonna be too difficult. I don't think. I don't believe. So this is kind of like this is your block where the rear bracket of your GPU will sit, and he has it so you can adjust the height of it because obviously some cards are slightly different sizes than others. So first we're going to install it, and we get to figure out what height it goes at. We need to figure out how to get this power cable to cable man. That's so gross. I'll have to work on that. Just stick it out. So let's see this. So, just like this, and then so this must go inside. What is it? Let me see. No, it goes outside. Oh, so so it goes on the outside, and you put the screws on the inside. So now not only am I covering it up for you folks, but you can see it. So
I think you should really change the title of this series to "Watch Matt Struggle Building a PC."
yeah, right. Well, like I said, I added to my struggle by taking the whole thing apart because the Spectre comes flat packed, however the Wraith does not. That the Wraith comes all put together for you fine folks. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I
That must be
decided that I
nice.
wanted a custom paint job, so
Well,
here
he
we
just wanted his
are.
life more difficult.
Yep. And we could actually do if you guys ordered a Wraith. I'm not sure. We might take it apart for you, but you may just have to order it and then take it apart and send it back. I'm not sure.
He's something to talk to
It's something you got to talk to Garrett about. But
Garrett.
we've had, if you guys know James Nickel, he had a Wraith that we UV printed all over as well. Where's my phone? Okay. So now you take this and ooh, that one's a little too tight.
Someone asked how long is the stream going for today.
Who's asking?
Uh, I can't pronounce the name.
Oh,
Just asking how long
somebody's
the
asking.
stream was
Oh,
going.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna start getting a few more things figured out here with this GPU install.
Also, is that an SFX power supply or is that just a regular ATX? I can't really tell.
It's an EVGA. Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. It is SFX. You have to use one for these.
Okay. Yeah, somebody was asking.
Yep, it's a
Oh, it's an
SFX.
EVGA.
So this is interesting. Hmm. This may take slight more adjustment. So I
Glad we have
think,
two different views.
yeah, I know. I was gonna say one view's gonna be crap right now when I'm in the way.
Yeah, it's all good.
I wonder if I let this loosen up. Oh, it moved. No, this still isn't quite working. This little block here doesn't get loose enough. Oh, it is the challenging way. That's really lame. Okay,
But
I'm doing it wrong, folks. It helps if you do it right. You gotta take this out. And what your thumb screws would normally be down here or over here are gonna be on the bottom side instead of the top like I thought they were. I was like, this bracket's too tall. But it kind of clamps down on your GPU in a sense. So to get this figured out, gosh, this one's at such a riser in the way. The case does come with the riser though, so it comes with a riser and like the bracket,
that is nice.
because you do have to vertically mount your GPU. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, if you made a new back panel, I guess you could try to, but you'd have to have one skinny part.
Yeah.
So, now that we got this the right way down, or up, depending on which way you're looking at it, let's reinstall and try again. I really hope I don't have to make an IO shield for this thing. I've never made one, and I don't really want to either.
You want to
Seems
make one for my
difficult.
computer? I need it.
You need an IO? Do you lose one? I wonder if I can order one somewhere. This board isn't ancient. It's a Strix, like 370 maybe.
I didn't lose it, but I have no way to stick one on there because the case is just open.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that case is
Yeah.
more open air. This is actually, and it has a window, so it will end up being a fully enclosed chassis in the
Yeah.
end. Ooh, I don't
What
like
was
that.
that?
I don't know, something, it all clicked into place, but I felt like paint was scratched. Not a good feeling. So, now this is what I was saying is going to be the hard part. You gotta go from the bottom. This is definitely not what I signed up for. Wow. Okay, so we're not going to do it from the bottom like that. We're just going to be smart about it. Remove our little parts. Smart person. Ooh, just flip this. Like that. I know you can't see too well.
Rest in peace, GPU. It was nice knowing you.
Right. This card is actually pretty old, ladies and gents. It's a 1070. And the block does need a good cleaning. I thought I cleaned it, but apparently I didn't, so it's a job for another day. But it will get done, don't worry. I won't be running it. This is really hard. I told you guys this was gonna be not a fan of this, the way this is working. I mean, not quite sure what led him to design it like this, but I don't know. Maybe it's effective strategy. We'll find out in a few minutes if I ever figure it out. Might have one screw.
Next week.
Oh no, I don't. It's just push needles. This is a joke. What the hell? It just threaded into my banging card. What?
What?
Yeah, on the bracket it was just threading through the bracket and not. These screws are slightly too big for the PCIe bracket. Yeah, dude, I wish I had like 4 more hands through this job.
Sorry, I'm not there to help you out.
Well, it doesn't help that it's flush up against the case, so. Wow. Guess what, guys? I get to take this back apart. Can't wait. But every good
Back in your
build
suitcase.
has a lot of test fits. Yeah, by that time there'll just be another case out, and I'll just get that one.
Will be an ongoing theme.
Where'd my other little screw buddy go? Oh wow, of course he's underneath it. Well, still don't like. This thing's not okay. Okay, we're gonna leave one screw in the GPU. It is secured, and we're not using it. That's gonna take a little more finagle, for sure. But check this out, folks. How is this gonna work? Huh.
Is that bottom opening for the PSU?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So there's a cover plate. The thing is there's this. This is like all for your cable management. This is how he solves the cable management issue. Because this cover right here, it'll go over it. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to get. Oh, maybe that's what this little cutout's for. I think that's what that'll end up being for. PCIe. Oh, of course this has to go this way. Thank you, Asus. I'm making the connection go the other way. Okay. Well, that cover is going to be a real chore to put on. We can tell that right now. Like, got about 4 inches of cable to push in. Oh, okay. It's coming along, folks. Like, this is actually shaping up.
It's
be a real
funny
build.
Because that same thing looks really similar to how they solved the cable management on this case as well.
Well, and technically it's not just cable management. You can fit actually 9 SSDs under here.
No way.
If you did that, I'm not quite sure where you'd put your cables though. That's like at first when I saw that in the case, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
This thing can hold 9 drives. Yeah, even got a picture of it. So
you can fit. Just go get some 9 drives.
Yeah, you can fit nine SSDs. Or I think what most people would end up doing is you put it as a cover like that, and you can put 2 on the front. So you can put 2 SSDs just flat on the front of it, which is probably what I would do. Although I have 2 M.2s in this, so I figure a good ITX build just uses M.2s anyways.
This is true.
Yeah.
Or really any open air case.
Well, this isn't an open air case.
No, I'm not sorry, not open air, but small case like that.
Yeah. So it is really shaping up, and I do see this is going to be a fun time going from here to the block. And then there is also a port back here, so that's your back in. He's got it all diagrammed out. So technically, this would be your first out. We go to the front radiator. The radiator would come back out. We'll go back in. This goes up. We go to the top radiator, and then the top radiator come back in. Comes out of the radiator, goes back into the CPU, GPU, and back in there. So it does. The routing does work really well. It's just the fact that it's so small that it's going to be a real challenge. And I have a whole bunch of hard tube fittings, but I'm almost considering just going with like ZMT. Like this build would look really good with ZMT, I think.
Yeah.
With black tubing.
Yeah.
I think it would look really nice just with the black soft tubing.
Yeah,
so
I think that would
maybe I'll make a poll. I'll make a poll in the group, guys, next week. While I'm down there, I'll ask y'all if I should. I was planning on using. I'll show you. It's been so much fun. Like the best part about this is I was gonna use 16 mil hard tube. So, but there are these nickel EK torque fittings. Oh no, I dropped it. So these would look really nice, and I could do it.
Which ones did you get? Just the regular nickel?
Yeah, these are the regular nickel. And now I saw they have like satin titanium, which looks. Yeah. I really like that. That's a really good color, in my opinion. I almost like it more than nickel, I think.
It's really nice.
That's the color that Optimus kind of uses on their stuff too. So I really like that one. So I'm not even technically like actually sold on these fittings, guys. These are just spare fittings. So I'll post it up in the group. I'll ask you if I should go with ZMT, or like I said, I've got the last stock of Singularity Computers acrylic tubing. Maybe enough to make this happen. It is all little runs, so in theory, every tube I use should give me a couple attempts at least. But I know for a fact this is not gonna be an easy tube job. Just like this into here, like although it is like a straight shot, you can see it. That is by no means easy.
That would be fun.
And then this to this, or no, it'll be this to this. That's wow. That also seems fun. So yeah, I'm honestly myself leaning towards ZMT. Maybe I'll just have to buy my votes or something. That way I can sway the poll. But yeah, no, we'll see, guys. Otherwise, I think we'll probably be wrapping it up here. We did get quite a ways. I figured out a lot of stuff tonight. I don't really want to test fit this radiator yet, just because I don't have the other radiator, and it's not much use until I have the other one to really test fit it. But that's what I'll do when we get back. We'll test fit some radiators. We're going to figure out the tubing conundrum, and then we'll get it all finished up together. So probably 2 more weeks or so, 2 to 3 weeks. You guys should see this build done before the end of March. And it'll be a nice living room build. You know, wall mounted. Should serve me well.
That'd be really nice.
I'm excited. Has there been any more questions?
Not really. Just people commenting about go with the soft tubing.
Yeah, is everyone saying soft? I mean, Daniel set up the ports really well. They are like probably in the best position you could ever make them. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
However, it's just still, everything's gonna be so close. Either I'll be spending a week on tubing runs, or I'll be spending a week's paycheck on fittings for tubing runs. So it's like it's a week's worth of time, no matter which way you do it. As far as I know. I mean, I probably wouldn't pay for the fittings, but still, that's what I mean. Like that's what that kind of build takes. So I don't know, guys. If you want to see the challenge and see how something like that's done, I can give it a shot. But if I give up in frustration.
Yeah. This is,
Anyways, let
this
us
is
know in the
definitely
comments what you guys want to see next. We got more builds coming. I have to finish my Spectre. I believe we have some stuff planned next week for you guys. So just stay tuned, like and subscribe for sure, guys, if you can. And that way you'll get notified. Click the little bell. And, see you next time. Well, folks, hope you all have a great night. And until then, happy water cooling.
Everybody.